Twitter is Stephanos Apoku. I work with Canada for Africa Initiative. The programs department. Something about the weather. I just noticed that we are, okay, not just weather. I just noticed that we have been cutting down trees very, very much these days, and the heat has become just overwhelming. Thank you. So I don't know where I go, from my left or to my right. My right.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good evening.
Something about the weather. From Gary. Good.
My name is His Albon. I am a producer and actor with Procyon radio and television. Something about the weather. Yeah, just one goal is my pet project too. Just one goal, climate. And something about the weather this year is as if I'm going to melt. I pass it on.
Okay, good morning. My name is YB Belgian. I'm a volunteer with Richard Gap. I'm also the treasurer for weather.
Good morning, all. My name is I'm from the Coalition of Associated Economics for University Peace and Development and Growth in Caltech. I'm a project officer here. For the weather, one thing about the weather, just like how just what everyone has said, this year it's very hot. And so when you go out, apart from just carrying your scarf, you see the extra cold water. Nice and thank you.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Philip Daniel Yassai. This is about the weather. I'm not sure I've experienced such a hot weather for a very long time. This year's ash weather is really heated. I remember having to take a shower 5 times. Like you wait and then you train all sweats and you imagine whether something will water. Not knowing what the water is the system that's washing out. So you rush into the shower, come back, wash 2 minutes, it's on again. I think we really need to campaign for planting. Yeah.
My name is Omar. I work with Silver Express. I am concerning the weather. I think we all understood that the truth to me, whatever that person has said, same for all of us. The weather is so hot these days that, but I can't even remember that time I stepped on my bed. For more than 2 weeks now, I've been sleeping in the city room. But that's where you have the only place without space where you have.
Good morning, all. My name is Sidon Bana. I work with Federal Radio Protection in Nigeria. Reporter. Concerning the weather, one of my in-laws is red now. And he's close to 60 years. After a wedding, we are discussing with him. It was not long that he came back from Iran. So, what we went to the program we went to, there was a session that talks about climate change. So, when he came back, what did he say? He said, Kai, that he will not want to live until 2030 because based on the vector he was given that because of the weather, people are going to melt. So you don't want to miss that time. You want to die before that time. And actually, you die in the university. Yes. So you see, the issue of weather is real. Because that time he was talking, we are like, "Ah, how would this man be saying this?" Because we see that it was something that's impossible. But the way I'm seeing it now, in the next 10, 20 years, maybe that is going to happen. If they continue like this, there is a stable weather. If you look at what happened in November, December, because of the coldness of the weather, we are thinking that this year is not going to be so hot because it was extremely cold, but it's now getting to extremely hot weather. So it is something that the whole world needs to pay attention to. Thank you.
So, good morning, everyone. And I want to begin this morning. So it's uncomfortable here because of the weather. My name is Julia Asante. I'm the team lead for Richard Initiative and also the coordinator for Mental Health Society in Brown. One thing about the weather. So, for me, the weather makes me think more deeply and allows me to be able to analyze time past and years past on how the weather has been changing. I remember um, the the scientists, the IPCC report have said that 2016 was one of the hottest years ever recorded. We also had 2019 ever recorded. And then last year again, we had 2023 as one of the hottest years. And then recently again, there was another report that says February 2024 was the hottest February ever recorded. And so we can feel it without even having the scientists tell us that February was actually the hottest month ever recorded. And based on my own, like I remember going down memory lane. Coming back again, um, what will we say about March and also about April? I remember growing up around this time, we would have started experiencing the early rains or ever having the early rains. I also call this weather a confused weather because it's really very hot and then it's dusty at the same time. You notice around February it was still dusty. Just like it has been said that December last year, November, December was a bit cool, and we're expecting that it might not be, much this year. But that's to show you that the climate is actually changing, and if you look at it, you know that it is actually changing and it's becoming very uncomfortable for us. So it's a real life experience right now that we cannot deny. And one will wish to change the hands of times and then make it those times that we used to enjoy some of our time and everything. And back to what I said, we need to plan.
We also have a few feedback calendar. Where do we start with? Here.
Yes, we got very fast. All of what you want. Now, like climate change. But then, we are learning about climate change. But the easiest way that is the climate is really changing and affecting everyone.
Yes, we escape. Okay, yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you. So while we're having introductions, someone didn't. So we'll just have two introductions. Name, organization, and something about the
Well, again, the people of the legislative, which is
So I didn't hear what you have about the weather. Something about the weather.
it's very hot. Weather is not very like.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So it's we all have an idea of what is going on. And this sets a tone for the conversation that will be going on in this activity. When we are intended to be as direct as possible, just for us to engage and then we can rush out. Because this weather is not one that encourages staying indoors. As much as possible, we encourage you to stay outdoors under the fan, enjoying natural resources. I had found one thing speaking about it. But we also need to have these conversations just so that we understand things that are going through. So when you go through the agenda, you will see the key objectives for the discussion today. The discussion first is facilitate knowledge sharing amongst the media and CSOs on early warning and early response to identify gaps and strengthen actions in early warning and response, to promote effective media practice by improving the understanding and need of media professionals for reporting on early warning signs and responses, to follow up on the outcomes and progress of the commitments made by members of the National Council Assembly Committee on the Environment during the CS engagement in effective and sustainable climate action in the United States. Also to establish collaborative opportunities between media organizations, relevant stakeholders, and early warning system providers. These are the objectives for the conversation today. And I believe that with the people we have here, we will have an opportunity to key in on our objectives. So for us to continue as we go straight down into the conversations, I would like to invite our executive director, Madame. So somebody said she has outlived the point of being called this lady. So therefore her Madame. Gloria. It's an online debate. I can share it with you.
I didn't see that.
Oh, I'm really bad.
That should not be our
Oh, we just said
Mademoiselle.
these are the two problems. So, good morning, everyone. I welcome us all to this very important meeting that we're having. It's very important because part of my work around climate change I have always had this held the media journalists in very high esteem. They have always been my focus and my priority. And I think most times when I speak about the things that we do in the now about in Nigeria, this media roundtable has always been the top of my conversation, both locally and internationally. And I know it has been up a lot of interest around that. I know the importance of the media as an amplifier of our voices and also as what it does for us and how the things that we do as the environment and as advocates. There is no way that our voices can be heard. There is no way that our crime or our advocacy can speak without having the media supporting us. So our work is as good as the half done without the media. But this media roundtable has always meant so much to me, and I've always held it in high esteem. And and I know that we have passionate journalists in Kaduna and also beyond that have always been very supportive of our work. That at any time we call on them, even at the shortest notice, they are always there to support us. They have made our work, in the environmental space as easy as they can within their capacity. And so I'd like to welcome us all to this discussion. We have had this video roundtable is happening because I think sometime last year we didn't have that at the last quarter, and which is very important. And so I want to see that we will agree that we um, make this, we maintain the pace at which we have always had this media roundtable in the previous years, looking at the fact that the environment have been coming up lately, and we have got, even from our introductions, said quite a lot based on our experiences around what is happening with our climate and also looking at other environmental issues at hand. So it's no news that we know that we're experiencing extreme temperatures right now. I mean, usually before we see it probably happening in other countries, but right now it is happening right in our midst, and all of us are already we are very comfortable with it. It hasn't been fun in the past few months with us all. There is no one that will say else has not experienced it. Even if you have AC in your car on the street and even on in your houses, but I mean, the unfortunate thing is we do not have air conditions on our street. So when you're in your house and you come out, I mean, you face the weather outside, and also even with the electric power supply we're having, it tells on us with the rise in fuel or so, how can we sustain even running generators in our homes for even 10 to 12 hours is something else. So I mean, in one way or the other, it hits at us. And so this engagement is actually very important. And looking at the fact that we have quite a number of issues to look at as CSOs and as journalists together. We have issues around governance in Kaduna State that looks at environmental and climate governance, which is very key to us. Looking at, we have had the Kaduna State government develop the policy on climate change. How have we as media persons engaged with that draft policy? We have also had issues around the budget allocation for the Kaduna State Ministry of Environment. We have had issues of cutting down of trees, desertification, and quite a lot of issues for us in Kaduna State that we need to look at. We have even had insecurity that has even affected most of our farmers, that they cannot go into their farms to also farm, and that has also affected their food production. And we know the results of that poverty. We're having poverty, it's affecting nutrition and quite a lot. So we're having issues even around water scarcity. We're having um, drought as well around country. So the issues around environment is actually it, and that tells us that if you look at it, we have quite a lot of work to do. As media practitioners, there's quite a lot of expectations in terms of supporting we the CSOs in raising awareness and also sensitization uh, uh, around what citizens can do to pushing that or what the government can do, calling out on the government to be able to support to pushing some of these impacts that we are facing of all these environmental issues around. So there's quite a whole lot of discussion for us to do. There's quite a lot for us to look at, collectively. And so I welcome us all to this particular engagement, and I wish us all the fruitful um, delegation today, and not just a fruitful delegation, but also backed up with as much action as we can as we look to what